Hello, my name is Liz. If you found me, you probably found me through my side. I call it my side Instagram account, my side chick. It takes vigor. I have been asked quite a few times how to stay fit and have the energy to exercise when you're dealing with Blastocystis and Sibo and gut imbalances and all the very, very fun side effects that come with it, such as bottomed out hormones, bottomed out cortisol, bottomed out immune system, the whole 9 yards. You already know everything that comes with it, I'm sure, so no need to dive into it. But seriously, where do you get the energy from? Because you are tired and it sucks, and I totally get it. So here are some things to consider. First things first, listen to your body, and that is because think about all that it's doing. Your body is trying to fight off these bad bugs or this foreign parasite in your body. It doesn't want it there, and it's spending all of its energy trying to get them out. It's spending a lot of time trying to digest your food for you because that process is totally slowed down. If you are eating foods that cause inflammation, then your body's trying to fight that. So you're not like, let's be real, I get really bloated, so my body is definitely like that. On a similar subject to food, there's nutrient deficiencies, and that is very commonly connected with Sibo and Blastocystis. Your body is not storing the nutrients of the food you're eating, so think about it. Your body is digesting this food, and it's working really hard to get any amount of nutrients out of it to help keep you healthy, so on and so forth. As you can see, your body is doing a heck of a lot else, so it's probably not like, ooh, but I need to give so-and-so all this energy to work out too. Probably not. So there's got to be some kind of way to get through it, right? Hopefully I can help with that. So here's the thing. Exercise, really good for treating Sibo. You're getting things moving. You're getting your gut, like you're getting things around and you're sweating out a little bit. I don't know what else to say. It's really good. On the other hand, so is rest. They're both equally as important, so you really need to find that balance, and I think that would be personal for everyone. So I was in a place where I went to doctor, thank you, Western medicine, and nobody thought anything was wrong with me. Turns out, yeah, duh, obviously. But because they told me nothing was wrong, I thought, hey, maybe I'm just fat. So I spent a lot of my time working out, completely overdoing it, which probably made it worse. I wasn't doing something I didn't want to be doing because I do love working out, but over-exercising is definitely an additional stress. And if you are in this and you've been in this for a while, you know that the last thing you need is stress, because being stress-free, or stress-free as possible, is part of the healing process. This whole imbalance in your body is affecting your cortisol in some way or another, and adding that additional stress of overexerting it is not helping. So when it comes to amount, tone it down and listen to your body. If you're really, really tired, chill. Go take a seat, put on a show, or go sit on a bike and just spin a little bit. Go for a walk, take a lap. Seriously, put some headphones in and listen to a podcast. My nutritionist gave me that tip, so shout out to her. Do a castor oil pack. I don't know, take it easy. It's okay to let your body rest. Again, think of all that it's doing. But if you're feeling like you can maybe do it, or you want to just try it out, and for me, most days it is that. I am really tired, but as soon as I get my butt in the gym and get moving, I actually have an increase in energy after, which is like really refreshing from feeling so tired all the time. I was told that this could be a false positive. Obviously want to continue working out, so take that as you will. I shoot for 1 to 2 hours. Sometimes it does take a little bit of extra motivation. So if you can get there and get moving, I really encourage you to do that. And you will probably, if you are like me, feel a lot better after you do that. By no means force it. Don't make yourself go into a gym and do 850 things a day. Remember, there's no need to be a champion. You're not here to get totally chiseled right now. You're here to heal. That is the priority. The type of exercise is equally as important. I was doing a lot of HIIT before I started doing a lot of research. I was kind of a little skeptical on where I wanted to go with this, but right now I'm at a point where I wanted to do everything I can to possibly heal. I was reading a lot of books that were suggesting low to moderate intensity workouts, and at first, because I'm such a HIIT junkie, I was like, well, maybe. But then Monash University, they're really well known for their work with the low FODMAP diet. They published an article about high intensity strenuous exercises and its effect on your gut. And they basically found 2 hours at 60% of your max had a negative impact on your gut. So it was damaging the gut lining, it was impacting gut function, and that's something to really think about. Working out at that level of hit where you're really moving, you're breathing really, really heavy, and you're really overexerting your body, that was showing to be connected to leaky gut. And if you have Sibo, you are probably well aware that leaky gut can cause Sibo. So if you have IBS or you have Sibo or you have a parasite, you probably, based off of this study, don't want to be doing more of that, because right now you should be healing your gut and you should be healing your gut linings. It probably doesn't make much sense to do something that's tearing it down. Again, this is just their study, but I did find it in multiple resources that I was looking at, and so I decided to go for it and trust it. I have switched mine up to low to moderate intensity, and I found that I have a lot more energy to go in and lift weights. It's slower paced, so that just makes sense. So rather than going in and being like, oh, I'm gonna do this, 20-minute blast of a workout, you can work at a slower speed, lifting heavier and getting great results and not having that damaging effect on your gut lining. My current plan now consists of weight training. Other days I'll be doing hot yoga and pairing that with maybe a 40-minute walk on the treadmill or a 40-minute spin at a low speed. I was sprinkling in some HIIT here and there, very small amounts, because when you think about it, the Monash study did say 2 hours of that strenuous exercise. Something to say about yoga would be, I'm currently doing hot powerful vinyasa. I feel like that's really good for releasing the toxins. Yoga in general, all the twists, you're helping really wring out like your body, and yoga really helps with the breathing aspect of it. And I will say, and this will be another video, breathing has been huge for helping control my symptoms of bloating. And I have read that breathing in general has been a cure for some people when it comes to Sibo, which I thought was really interesting. And I actually tested that out for myself, and I really think that that is a huge, huge part. So that being said, about hot yoga, Monash's study also kind of recommended against doing things in hot temperatures. So I've been like, should I back it off and should I try out like normal yoga? Like unheated yoga? I don't even know, just yoga. I am considering switching, or at least putting in a few regular, I don't know what to call it, but just like unheated yoga. Both offer great benefits, but when it comes to breath and when you think about the success people have been having with breathing, your breath is much more regulated when it's not in that hot temperature, rather than, like trying to like keep up with the class when it's over 100 degrees. You can really focus on the breath. One more fact about yoga. Yoga is really great for all of this, especially the meditative aspect. Like, meditation is so key, especially if you're like me and you're really trying to manage your cortisol. Like, yoga is so great for that. And the last thing to say about yoga would be yoga that incorporates the chanting. That can really positively impact your MMC, your migrating motor complex, which is huge with Sibo, because if you're dealing with Sibo, I think it's especially if you're a methane producer. Don't quote me on that, but with Sibo it can really slow down, and that chanting can be key to like helping activate it and repair it. So when it comes to where I get my energy from, I have adrenal support in my current protocol. One thing I do think is really awesome is this thing called Adrenostim. It's amino acid and herbal cream, and I put it in my elbow pits and my knee pits. That's an ugly word. So that's something you might want to think about adding into your routine. Diet is also big. Like I said, if your body's spending a lot of time like breaking down those foods that are causing inflammation and trying to fight off that inflammation, you're not going to have as much energy to do other things. I've been toggling back and forth. So at first I started out with low FODMAP paleo. That was great, but as soon as I started introducing that autoimmune into it, so autoimmune protocol plus paleo plus low FODMAP, I noticed a big impact in my bloating and those symptoms. For me, that low FODMAP paleo AIP was really the source of just feeling better and overall healthy. So in the future, I think I'm going to go full force into that. It might be something you want to try out as well. The next thing that's important and something I'm really working on, because it is something I struggle with, is getting quality sleep. Naturally, of course, you're going to have more energy if you're sleeping well. Shawn Stevenson says this all the time. It's not the quantity of sleep. I sleep for like 10 hours, but it's not quality sleep, and that makes a huge difference. I'll link to it below, but Shawn Stevenson's Sleep Smarter book, it's so helpful, and I'm slowly starting to incorporate a lot of his suggestions into my day-to-day routine, realizing how important sleep is. It's huge with your hormone production, and as you know, and as I mentioned in the beginning, your hormones are all over the place when it comes to this gut imbalance. So yeah, like sleep, get good sleep. Sleep, exercise, hormones, all completely connected. So as soon as you get all of those in a happy place, you'll be in a happy place. You'll have like way more energy, and you'll be feeling better, and you'll also be really playing a huge role in fixing your stomach. Another thing to think about is your carb intake. Some people really cut those carbs out, and they're really kind of key to keep in, because I mean, of course it has to be certain carbs. Some carbs are going to make your blastocystis or your Sibo and your gut like really unhappy. But on the other hand, if you eliminate those carbs, you're kind of just like draining your system, and your adrenal function, like your adrenal glands need it, and your thyroid needs it. And I mean, I might not be saying that all correctly, but the moral of the story is carbs are important. If your protocol allows it, like a sweet potato, or if your protocol allows it a banana, or you know, like a half a cup of fruit, take it at the end of the day. So you just did a killer workout. Now fuel your body with those carbs at the end of the day, and here's why. Your body can digest carbs overnight, which is cool, and then you'll be sleeping, so you won't have to deal with the glucose rise and the crash that you would with carbs during the day. Instead, you'll be sleeping, so it won't make a difference. So you're still getting the benefits of those carbs without like the crash, and you're supporting those systems of the body that need the carbs. So that's why, I mean, if you don't have to be cutting carbs 100%, keep them in, especially if you're working out. And this is going to seem like a super kind of lame one, but drink water. Water definitely gives you so much energy. I drink a huge glass right when I wake up in the morning when I'm getting ready. Fill up a massive mason jar and just chug it, and you will feel a lot better. Now, depending on what your cortisol spikes look like, if you got them tested, mine, when you're supposed to wake up, I don't really wake up. It's very low. So I really struggle with waking up in the morning. And at first I was like really trying to cram those workouts in. I was like, I want to be a morning person, and I'm going to wake up. And all of a sudden I was just like struggling so hard to wake up. And my nutritionist suggested, let yourself ease into waking up. Put on some headphones, listen to a podcast, go for like a 10-minute walk to try to get your energy going in the morning. So that's what I'm doing. And then I save my workouts for at night. Make sure your workout finishes up 3 hours before you go to bed. Otherwise, you're not going to fall asleep very well. And now we get back into the cycle of sleep, hormones, energy. You get the point. This is all explained in Sleep Smarter, so I definitely recommend reading it, because sleep is so huge. So go, give it a shot, lift some things, take a stroll, do whatever you need to do. Just get your body into a little bit of a groove, and you'll probably start feeling better. I hope that you have found this a little bit helpful. If you have specific questions, please ask below, and I'll try to answer them. I would love to answer them based off my personal experience. In an effort to keep this video short, that's all I'll kind of touch on right now. But exercising and working out. All right.